Hello, everyone. You're welcome to Grace Tech Analytics channel, a channel that is set in preparing you to become an expert when data analytics is concerned. So, data analytics is one of the most important skills that you need to know because data speaks everywhere. And as far as day to day is revolving, and this world is revolving, data is very germane key point that organization or individual uses to drive their decisions is a strength and the model backbone for decision making. So there is no any complaint that joke with analytics. Analytics is oil that drive the nations, that drive people individually, globally. And these are different software that we use of, and one of it is Power BI. So by the time I encourage you to watch my previous videos, to be able to guide you on how to work with some software we have prepared for you. I will guide you. So we are working with Power BI, important, powerful skills that business sectors they require for their analytics. So in this tutorial, I'll be leading you to know how to work with data modeling in Power BI. Data modeling in Power BI. In my previous videos, you are going to see how to automate data, to work with it, interface of it. So, but there's an important for you to know how to work with different relationship with tables, and we are presented with different tables and queries. Most times, don't call it table, call it queries. Query simply means data in table. So how to work with different queries you are given, maybe you are working for any organizations, how can you now work with them? But before we dive into it, you need to understand some key points as related to data modeling. So we have something on my screen, you can see that we are having star schema. Another name for schema is database. So, but during the course of this tutorial or this training, so we are going to be working with schema, which is by queries, star schema. So we have different relationship. And before I dive into it, or before I continue explaining this, there is a need for you to know what data modeling is all about. What is data modeling? Data modeling is creating relationship between two or more tables. Creating relationship between two or more tables for the purpose of analytics is a way of preparing your analytics for reporting. And that is what data analytics, data model is all about. So, and data model is one of the important subjects that you need to understand when it comes to analytics, because it's very important working with different tables at the same time. Because there are information in different tables and you must be able to design it and to report it. And that star schema itself simply means that the way of designing it, the way you design your data model. Don't forget that data model is a relationship between two or more tables for the purpose of analytics. And star schema is a way of designing your data model, the way you need to structure it. On my screen, you can see that we are having many one-ones. It means that there are different types of relationships. We have many-to-many relationship. We have one-to-many relationship. We have many-to-one relationship. We have those are different relationships we are having. In SQL, we call it join. Inner join, full join is still loaded here. We have it also in Power BI, full join, left join, inner join. Inner join is when you are returning the exact matches. And left join is when you are returning the exact matches from the left and you add this to the rows. And the right join, you are returning the exact value from the right tables and you are returning to the entire table. And also we have full join, which is union. So you are returning all the matches all together. Another name for inner join is what we call intersection. Intersection is just bringing out the common factors. Why full join represents union. Union simply means you are returning the entire matches. So all those things are very much loaded, even in Power BI as well. But for understanding, say we call it many-to-many relationship, one-to-many relationship. That is the different processes of creating relationship between two or more tables. comes to data modeling. From my screen now, the one we are having main is what is called fact table. Fact table is always in the middle. You can see from my screen here, fact table is always from the middle. So, and from the fact table, so you can now, the one you are having by the side is what we call our dimension. They call it dimension. You can see dimension. This is many. So many simply means that you can bring out different relationship from it to different other queries or different tables. So this is one, this is another one. So they just pick out their root, this many. And this many is always called fact table. And all the ones surrounded it is what we call dimensions. So they are all queries, but the one that we are having that they need to pick their root from, it is called fact table. So all those one we are having, this one have all dimension. So it's star schema. So the way you are having it, can you see they look like a star? So because you are having it look like a star, and these are distinct different relationship that they have created model. And model simply means relationship. It has been created already, and that's why it look like a star. That's why they call it star schema. So that is about, yeah, they are creating relationship between different tables at the same time. So that is by that. So with this, we have another one aside from star schema. And don't forget that star schema, I said, is a way of structuring or designing your data model for the purpose of reporting. So we have another one. See, another one we have is we have uh, snowflake schema. So in other words, snowflake schema is we still have our fact table in the middle and still have our dimensions surrounded it. So what is snowflake schema is just telling us is that is telling us the way you normalize your data is a way of data normalization, the way you arrange your data, the way you organize your data, and that one is talking about adding more flakes or queries to your data. You can see that we have more flakes here. So we add this to the data. We have added this to the dimension. That shows that in Snowflake schema, it helps us to add more data to the model that to our star schema. So, but in Snowflakes, we add more data. We can work with more of data, more dimension with it. So I'm going to be teaching you how to practicalize, how to create data model with all this. So we are going to be working with a particular data set so that we are going to be using, and I'm going to be showing you how to create it, how to work with it. Now you can see this one in a Z format. So we are working with this data set, this says data set, and this data set is roughly like 700 data set. Just press your Control Shift and page that. So you can see that we are having very large volumes of data, 675,369 data set with that of rows. So we are going to be launching it inside Power BI for practical demonstration. Though, if you don't understand how to load data inside Power BI, you can watch my previous videos. So I've taught on that. I have done different trainings on that, on how to load data, import data inside Power BI, be an Excel format or CSV format, which is very, very important for you to know, work with it. Now, this data set we are working with, and don't forget that I've shown you different interface of Power BI. So anytime you load data inside Power BI, you need to check your table view or your data view. So this is the data set. The sales data I show you is that we are working with now. So which is very, very important for you to know how to work with it. Very, very important. So these are these data sets that we are working with. And the first thing you need to do that we need to launch is to Power Query. So our Power Query so that we can start working with it and transforming our data set. So once you have it, it will launch you straight to your Power Query. So and from your Power Query, you'll be able to work with it as based on the requirement for the organizations you are working with. Now, don't forget that what you are working with is the data modeling. So we are just having this says, and from this says, I'm going to work with many of it. I'm going to be changing so that I can create different model. This customer order product, this is another data set, which I'm going to be showing you. I'm going to be using them also for demonstration purpose for you. But from this level, we are going to change this says. You can just tab it twice, and you can change this to fat says. And this is our fat says. can change it to fat sales. So from this area, enter. So from this area, you can right click on it, then click on duplicate. Or you click on, because from this data, from this sales data, you want to create different model from it, and we are using that particular data set again. So right click on it, duplicate. You are going to duplicate about 5 times. This also duplicate it again. Then you can, then this one file says customer C dimension. This is product dimension, geography, and then we are going to work with our data as well. So now this file says we are going to leave this is the original one. This duplicate one, we are going to change this to dimension. Don't forget that the one beside it that is picking their root from the fact table. The fact table, our original fitting in the middle is this, but this one we duplicated, wanted to extract different dimension from it. So we are going to use this is become dimensional customer. So this is dimension customer, dim customer. So I click on it. So from this dim customer, you are going to come to your home, click on choose column, and click on choose column. Then you are going to work with what you want to work with from here. So I'm working with customer ID. I'm working with product, categories, segments. So though the comment, the business will give you the requirement of what they ask you to work with. This is just for tutorial sake. So then we have manufacturers, and then this is what I want to work with from here. So we have unit cost, unit price, then okay. So this is what I want to work with here. So under this table 3, I will remove it as well. I'm going to rename it to be geo dimension, which is dimension products, gym products. So from here to, I'll come to my choose column. So from my choose column, I'm going to uncheck it. I'll click on product ID. All these product ID are something that is very, very important for you to know how to work with them. And a bit explanation of that, in which I need to tell you, very, very important. Anytime you are working with the data, the product ID is very, very important, because the product ID is an ID that is very unique, that has no duplicates in your data. So, and most time for a company, they issue a customer ID or product ID for them. It helps them to generate based on their uniqueness. Peradventure for a company, you want to look for a performance of a particular individual. So you can just generate it based on their ID. They know that their ID has no any duplicates. They are very, very unique. You can search for the information of that particular individual by their ID. That's why it is very, very important for you to know how to click on the ID first before you start working. So again, from here, product ID, then you click on your products. From your products, you click on from products, you work with, and let's see the one we are going to work with again. We work with our email, and we work with our ship code. So that is it. Then the fourth table that you are going to be working with, this one will be dim. This one will be dim geography. This is dim geography. So from this dim geography, we come to your choose column as well. Choose that dimension geography. Then we right click on this. So this one will be, we click on our city product. We need to click on product ID, then region, district, and country. So we have this. Then click on OK. So then under this is our date function, dim date. So these are different dimensions. Our fact table is still there, so that for us to create this star schema required for the modeling. So then we need have to come here, and so what we just need to choose here, we are just working with just only date. Click on date alone. I click on date alone, and instead from these dates, so I've taught you on how to work with them. So click on add column. We want to extract our year, all that, all those from the date. So we have to come to date and click on dates and year. See this year, we extract the year from it. Again, come to date. We are working with quarter of the year. So from this quarter, then we have to format it. We have done this before. So, and this one is QTR to add it. So from here, so then we have to remove this and rename this new one as quarter. This is quarter. I click, and from here again, we have to click on this. From this quarter, then we extract it again. We want to work with our months, name of the months. Then from here, we can extract it, and we extract it to be the first character. So first 3 character, then we remove this. Then we rename this to be month name. So right click on this. After you have done this, you have extracted what we need from our date month. So click on it by pressing your Control A. And from this Control A, you have to click on Home, your transform. So then from transform, click on Dictate Data Type. So fix all of them to your dim graph, also dictate data type. Click on the table to dictate their data type. Dictating of data type, which you know already, is a way of adjusting all of them to data type they belongs to. So which is very, very important. So, and under our fact table, that's where we right click on it, then we dictate data type. So once you have done this, so we come to your home, close and apply. We need to close and apply. Close and apply. So when you close and apply, wait for it to load in. It's loading. The data set is very heavy, which I have shown you. It's roughly like 700 data set by rows, 700,000 data set by rows. So you have to wait for it so that depending changes, the query is working. So it's working about 5 queries at the same time. So wait for the queries to finish loading, which is a very large volumes of data. So it's working on it. This one is completed, evaluation completed. So he has marked it, which is the fact says. So we will work on others too. Click on them. We will launch them to the model. It's working on them. So it's creating relationship, it's creating model, which we have done so far. Some be done because the data set is very large. So it needs to take some time to create a model and relationship of those data. So it's done. So all of that is completed already. All of them are completed. You can see them. All of them are completed. All of them are completed. It has been loaded. So you can see that now it has been loaded. It's completed. You can see it here. Now, by the time you click on, because we are creating on data model, you come to your model view. And you click on your model view. So we are going to see the data set we are working with. You have to drag it. You have to drag it up here. So these are data set we are working. Shift it a bit. So these are data set we are working with. And we are not working with this. So we have to drag this away a bit. We are still coming back to it because we still have to use that one. So now, let me drag this down here. Down this here. So we have this. So we have to work with this. Now, this is a fact table. Don't forget that basing on schema, that's why I showed you the diagram. You have to arrange it like a star. So star scheme, arrange it like this. This one must be in the middle. These are different dimensions with them. So you can see them, there is no any connection with them. So this one, there are no any connection with them. And we are creating about 5 tables at the same time. So all these are not there. So we are still coming. They are another data set. So I want to make sure that they are not feasible. So we have this fact table in the middle. And these are our dimension customer, dim dates, dim geography, and we have our dim products. So, and these are fact table in the middle. I have it in form of star so that you can follow the diagram, star schema, which we are working with. So under this side, we have this. So you can create anything with it. Let me create a relationship. So can you say I just drag anything from there? So it's creating product ID and product ID. So this is the relationship I'm creating. So you can see many to many. So the thing is creating already, it's working on it. So it will take some, can you see it has been created? So the what I just do, just need just to drag anything, just shift anything here, drag this to this side. It will create a relationship. By the time it sees there's a connection between them, it will create it. And just make sure that when you are creating, there's a unique value from different tables that they can see themselves and to be connected, unique value. And that's why you must be able to work. You can see product ID, product ID. So also we drag this, we drag it this. So you can see that you can drag this. So also we connect it by pressing saved. So wait for it. This also product ID. You are going to see what is connecting as well. Yes, it has been connected. Drag anything from here too. So I'm just creating it. It will connect because the data set have created a relationship with them. So in which we create different dimensions from the first table. So can you see the way I'm connecting them? So this is how to connect them. I'm just dragging it. Can you see this? Can you see this? This is what I've created a relationship with them. This is a fact table in the middle. So, and it is very important. I have to show you the reason why we are creating relationship because most time we have information in our DIM products that we need to work with all together. And if those three are not connected, it won't work. I will show you very soon. So the reason why there's a place of creating model because we are going to be working with different tables at the same time, and the information that you need to work with, they are in different models. So how will you now, first thing you need to do, you need to create a model for it to be easier for you to work with that particular data set. So we are going to be working with many tables at the same time. And there's a place of creating relationship. And this is how to create a relationship for your data. So you can see it very well. So you can right click on this line and click on properties. So when you click on properties, it will show you what is connected. And of course, by the time you click on this cardinality shows you many to one. These are different cardinality with a different function or relationship. We have one to one, we have one to many, we have many to one. Now, like this one that connected, we have many to many relationship. So because we have know that all of them, the key and they connected, they pick their root from this fat table in the middle. And these are different dimensions. We have them, they pick their root, many to different ways or to different data, which is very, very important for you to know how to work with. Now, there is an important for you to know if I work with this kind of data that you are seeing beside this now. So let me remove this now, or let me take it a bit. So this one, I'm showing you the reason why you have to know how to create model for your data. Now, this is one, this data set. We are going to see the reason why we are working with, we are creating relationship for all these data sets before we can start working with them. So we have this, and we have this, then we have this. Let me arrange it well. Let me arrange it well. So we have this. Let me drag it there. Let me just shift on this. I've shown you this. So we have, yeah, not here. So I want to work with this table for you to know the importance of creating. I've created this already, and which I've shown you how to create relationship between them. Now, from this side now, this order product customer, you can see that we have customer, we have order, we have products. Now, if you want to work with this, there are different information. This is order, open it, you can open it so that we are working with these three data sets, customer, product, and order, which I've created. So come back to your to your table view. When you click on your table view, so click on order. So under this order, this is the tables under order. So now it will work. Now, if I want to do anything, now I want to bring out information from this particular table to this table. This is other table. This is one table. So that is a that's why you need to know how to create relationship between different tables at the same time. It will be easier for you to work with them. This is order table, this customer table, this product table. Now I'm in order table now, right now, order table. This is products and this is customer. So from my product table, I want to bring information, this product price. I want to bring this to these orders. So from this order, we discover that this order does not have the information for product price. It's not there. So now for us to work with them, because it is created here. So this is created. So it is easier for you. They have created relationship between it. You can easily bring information from this product to this order, or from this place to this order, or you can create relationship because they are connected now. They have created relationship. So what I just have to do, I'll create a new column. So it is be easier for me to do my analysis with it. Right click on it. So when we right click on it, so what I want to bring in, I want to bring in product price from order table. So if I just create on related, this is a function I'm using, related. So when I click on related, then I'll just click on product price. It will work. Once I click on related, you can see different tables that is bringing because they are seeing the relationship. Can you see? It's bringing it now. Very, very easy because it has created relationship. And if I want to bring information from this order to this table again, so what I just have to create, so I have to create new column. I'm creating new column so that I can see what I'm creating afresh in a new column. So under this side now, you can see. So what I'm bringing now, I want to work with, maybe I want to bring based on their customer name. So I want to bring customer name to this place because these are order, what they have sold, their product, their quantity. Let me see their product, their customer responsible for it. And customer is not in this table. I want to bring it from another table because I've created relationship already. It will be easier for me. I'll just get related. So then I'll click on my customer, just click on customer name, then close it from here. It will work. Can you see? It's very easier for me to bring information from another table to that particular table. And that is the whole essence of data modeling. Data modeling helps you to create a relationship. It will see that table from another side because he has been created relationship. He has been related already. And which is very, very powerful tools that you need to know how to work with. Very, very powerful because we are going to be working with different data sets or queries or different dimensions. Know how to work with them so very clearly. It is very clear. Now, if I want, let me show you something. I will come back, I'll go back to my data model. Let me delete this connection, this model. You see that you won't see it again. So now I'm deleting it. So again, right click on this, delete it. So can you see now that now it's bringing error? The reason why it's bringing error is that it's not seeing any relationship again. Can you see? There's no any relationship. It's not seeing anything from that table because we are deleting the model already. So the model has been deleted, so it's not seeing anything. So can you see? It's not seeing anything. It is very, very difficult for that data set to identify because there's no any relationship, there's no any connection. When you go back to your data, you're going to see that what you have done has gone because no relationship. By the time you delete this relationship, now if I click on the new column to do the way I did the other time, you're going to see that it's not saying anything, not bring any value. So now, first thing I brought products price. So my product price, I click on related. Now this is related. Now let me click on products. I see it's not bringing anything. Products, I see it's not saying anything. Why? Because I've not created relationship. There is no any data modeling. And data modeling will help you to create a relationship between them so that they can see one table will see another table. And that is the whole essence of data modeling. And I hope I have helped you to understand the meaning of data modeling in analytics, which is very important. You can watch the video over and over again so that you'll be able to understand it very better. Subsequently, I'm going to be showing you more of how to work with them when it comes to projects because we are going to be doing projects. I want you to follow this YouTube. Let me see your thoughts at the comment section. So, or private chat me for any questions that is troubling your mind. I will give you answers to them, or just chat me directly, or let me see what you are up to. So you can help me to subscribe, share, let people know this about channel so that that is a way of appreciating me on what I'm doing. So God bless you.